Hello everybody. I hope you're all okay. I hope we're all having a good day. As you can see, I've got my parcels in front of me that have come in from Crafter's Companion over the last few days. I was expecting another one to be here, but unfortunately it didn't arrive in time. So I will have some more to do at a different point during the week, perhaps, maybe. But at the moment we have these two to open. So what I'm going to do in just a few minutes is get into them and we'll have a good look at what's going on. And then we're going to, well, I might make something. I might pop them away. No, I've got to make something. I really want to get into using the spray booth as well because I spent so much time on making that. So I'm just going to give everyone just a few minutes to pop on in. If anyone wants to say hello, please feel free. I do like a hello. I do love a hello. But at the moment, like I say, we have these two lovely packages that are ready to be opened. Do I hang on for a little while longer? Well, I'm not officially meant to be alive for another minute. So we can have a quick look and see what's going on when the minute turns. I could be that much of a meanie instead of showing you all what I've got quickly. Hello, Christine Mahoney. Hello, my lovely sister from America. I hope you are well today, my darling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. But we're going to get into these in just a moment. I can't remember exactly what is in here. I know some of what I know one bit that's in there because I definitely have been looking forward to that. Good afternoon, Matt. Thank you for coming on in. Hi, Michelle. You get a nice big wave. How are you doing, my sweet pea? I hope you're good. I hope you're really, really good. I hope you're all good, actually. Oh, I did have a good day at work. I did my respiratory equipment training or whatever it is. It was fun. I got to watch a video and then I got to pretend like there was a fire. So that was really fun. And then they wanted me to rescue this dummy off the bed and I couldn't pick it up because it was too heavy and I was like, nah, that's not happening. And for the entire time, I was literally just ripping the absolute shreds out of one of my friends that was there with me. So all in all, we had a great time for the morning. It was fabulous. And then, of course, now I'm home. So I'm off for the next 2 days. Tomorrow, I'm off to Swindon to do my health and medical for another position at work. But I've also had some really good news as well in the fact that I'm being moved from the one place that I was in to the place where I actually want to be and feel more comfortable on working on days. So if my whole promotion thing doesn't come right now, which I know it might and it might not, I'm trying to be positive about it. But if it doesn't come now, I'm not worried because I'm going to be in a position where I'm going to be happier. So at the end of the day, that's the main thing I feel. What I'm going to do now then is I'm just going to break into this first parcel. Let's literally just rip into it, shall we? I'm just going to rip it. I ain't got time for being nice about these things. Right. Also, what we've got here is our scattered corner dies. Now, I didn't buy the entire set of these because I know some people who do know me well know I'm not massively into florals. So I didn't get the floral ones, but I do have the lovely Dazzling Stars, as you can see just there. I absolutely adore that one. We have the Boho Dreams. Now, I was thinking of using this for things like a Halloween card, because I've got some really cute like little witch stamps and things like that this would go really, really well with. Not even just that, it will go well with the Bohemian collection that I have. So that's going to be a really, really good one to be using. I got the Love Hearts one because, well, you know, I may or may not have to do a Valentine's card. And if I may or may not have to use that Valentine's card, I should say, that person may want to receive some love hearts on their card. So I thought I'd pick that one up just in case. And then we're getting on to, oh my god, these stamps. Right, now, I saw these stamps, and I know you guys, a lot of you guys are probably going to have these, and you're probably going to want to see them. So if you haven't got them, you can see them. And I have had a fantastic time using these already, guys, which is the brand new Sunbeam and Moonbeam Shimmering watercolours that came from Crafter's Companion. Now, I have used these on a fair few projects, including this unicorn card that I made on the main body of the horse, and on the horn and the mane and the tail there. I used the shimmer inks on, and they are just so beautiful, and a little bit really does go an absolute long way. So, because I didn't pick them at the time I got the old lovely paints, I got the stamps that come with them. So we've got the butterfly and blooms, which is with love. The Just For You, which is all the lovely autumnal stamps, he says, if he can actually speak correctly. The Best Wishes, which has got that lovely dragonfly and those lovely florals in there. I really do like that dragonfly, and I think it was Leanne, when they first came out, used the dragonfly on one of her cards, and it just looked absolutely beautiful, so I had to have that. And then this is my absolute favourite. I absolutely love anything nautical. If it's got anything to do with under the sea, I absolutely adore it. I love it. So I had to have these, which is the Seize the Day stamps. I just love those shells, and they go really well with the cut and emboss folders that just came out as well, which I also purchased 2 of, which was, I can't remember the names of them now off the top of my head because I was stupid enough to throw the packaging away without labelling them. But there's a bohemian one of these, which looks absolutely lovely with those gorgeous dream catchers there, which will go well again with that Boho Dreams scattered edge die that I just showed you. And also we've got this lovely nautical frame and die there, so those will go really well with the stamps. So I'm really looking forward to building a lovely scene out of these once I get the next lot of stuff in. So hopefully that'll be something that'll be coming up as a make with me. I don't know if you guys are actually enjoying the make with me at the moment. I know I've only done the one, which is the booth, but we do have the oh god, what was it? The sleigh make with me on the 24th, all set up and ready to go. So hopefully if you guys do enjoy that, if you want to engage and just let me know that you are enjoying them or what have you, I can move on to obviously putting some more into my calendar and doing more, because I think it would be a lot of lovely fun. So now that we've got the little package out of the way, I think we're going to have to break into this bad boy, which was oh, I don't know what we've got here. See, this is the great thing about ordering from CC, is that sometimes you just don't know what's going to turn up or when it's going to turn up, and you've forgotten what you've ordered, so it's like a little Christmas. And I do love a little Christmas, I can't lie. I absolutely adore a little Christmas. Right, so what we have here, we have some... Ooh, I tell you what, I completely forgot I ordered this. I actually did forget I ordered this. So we've got the lovely, just under A4 sized mount board here, which is very handy because there is a project that I want to be making with this, so I'm glad that it turned up quickly. So we got 2 packs of that, so that's 20 sheets all in all. And I think I purchased this when the special offer was on. So I ended up with getting all of that for about, I think it was about £16 or something very close to it. So I'm just going to pop those up there for now, and we're going to make our way into this box. And now if you guys might know what this is, I will be very shocked if you don't. I know I have been looking forward to this since the day that it aired on Crafter's Companion. I have been waiting for it to arrive, and how difficult it was for me last night not to rip open this package and just tear into this, because I knew that it was there. I knew that it was there because I knew, just judging off the shape of the box, well, off the package, I knew that it was there. So I'm just so glad that it's arrived, and you guys are going to know what this is now before I've even pulled before I've even pulled it completely out, you're going to know what this is. Oh, what is going on here? I haven't lost my feed, have I? No, I haven't lost my feed. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So, yeah, you guys know what this is. This is the Template Library Orange, which means I've only got one more part to complete my collection. I cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. And what I was thinking of, just move that out of the way, is perhaps making a little card using this template library whilst I'm on stream now. So let's get these lovely bits out of their packaging. So this is the star of our show today, guys. I really do have to say, it is an absolute fantastic thing. Now, if you don't know anything about the template collection, I'm going to just say, if you don't, it is a collection of templates which are for making cards and various other small 3D projects from Crafter's Companion. Now, I picked this up from the very beginning. I have been collecting it all along. It is like I have some kind of addiction to this. It is one of the best products that I have ever bought ever in my entire life. And it has just, this is what has kind of pushed me from just crafting standard little card blanks and pushed me into making my own and going forward and going on to make more and more complex things and feeling comfortable in what I'm doing. So for me, this really has been a massive confidence builder. I don't know if any of you managed to pick up the original collection during the sale last week on CC. Well done if you did, because it's an absolute steal that you would have got it for, considering the low cost of what it was. I think with all of the reductions at one point, you could get it for £38.99 in UK pounds, and that is just absolutely insane considering what I paid for it when it first came out, but never mind. So what I'm going to do is actually, before we go through the actual templates themselves, let's have a look at the recipe cards. I do love a recipe card. So the first one here, and just looking through these, this is a new feature, by the way. Normally you would just get the card on the previous versions. You'd just get the card in the box that had the QR code and the little link telling you where to go to look at the videos. So this is brand new for this part of the collection. So it's actually quite nice to see that they've done that, because if you're in a hurry and you've just got your phone next to you, it's going to be really easy just to scan that and get the video straight up to watch. So I really like that idea. So this one, I believe, is the gift bag, which is a small gift bag, and as you flip over the page there, it gives you all of the little steps on how to make it. So you draw through your template, you cut your handles, you score your bits, you put it together and do your mats and layers, which is quite nice. And we've got the waterfall card. Now, I have always wanted to make a waterfall card. I have never felt brave enough to do it. Mostly for the fact that I know that I would probably make an absolute pig's ear of it. So I'm glad that I've got this template to help me do that. And again, just on the back side there, it explains everything that you need and what you need to do. There was actually quite a lot of bits to making that, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing what we can do with that. That looks like that's going to be a lot of fun. And here we have the hexagon petal card. This looks really nice. I mean, especially if you're doing something for your mum or something for Mother's Day, perhaps. Some very good things in there. And I like, it's geometric as well. Right. And for number 4, we have the split gatefold card. Now, I have tried making these before in the past, and I usually overcut and just make an absolute pig's ear of it. So I'm glad that I have this, because now I'll be able to do it without making a pig's ear of everything. And again, just on the back, it explains a few of the simple steps there, which is really nice to see. The no glue pyramid treat box is number 5. That looks really like a fun make as well. And this one was one that I wanted to try as well, which is a multi-flip card. I'm just thinking that maybe some of that nautical stuff will look really good on there. So I'm thinking this might be the one that we make today, guys. I'm thinking if there's not something else that's going to grab my attention like that one did, I think we're going to be making a multi-flip card this afternoon. And we've got the pop-up box here, which is a really lovely... I love making pop-up boxes. At one point I made this lovely one that I gave to my niece for her birthday, which had an Animal Crossing character that I managed to make a little stamp of out of it, and it was holding pom-poms. It was really cute and adorable. I absolutely love pop-up boxes. They are so much fun. So maybe I might do a pop-up box. Here we have a butterfly. Tell you what, Gareth's been hitting the sauce and hasn't been hitting the sauce. A butterfly shaped card. I'll try saying that in English, which is really nice. Oh, and the heart cone box. Now, I don't know if anybody watched Death Becomes Her, because when they go and get that little vial of like magical fluid or whatever it is that they drink and it makes them immortal, it literally looks like the same shape as this heart cone box. And I'm really tempted to just like find out the picture of the little magical thing that they drink whatever out of and try and make it into one of these boxes, because it does look like it'll be so much fun to give an attempt to. So, and that was number 9. So number 10, we have a mini hexagon easel card. Now, I love an easel card. I make lots of easel cards, and it is nice to have the pattern to be able to do it into a different shape than what I normally would. So that could be a nice fun one to try. I might have a look and see what stuff I've got. I would do a carrot with that cone box with a bunny on top. Yes! Yes, that sounds like a good idea, actually. A lovely Easter one there, Christine. Lovely Easter one. Hello, Stuart. Thank you for joining. Is that really what you thought, Michelle? I'm glad that it wasn't just me. I'm so glad it wasn't just me. So for number 11 here, we have the house gift box. Now, I do like making these. If you've seen on my Instagram, I made a little unicorn one for a very similar unicorn one for my niece for her birthday, which was really nice. That is something that I'm probably going to do for a couple of Christmas presents that I've got, which is going to be, I'm going to be giving a few people a little miniature hamper. Well, I say a hamper that makes a hot chocolate. So what I'm probably going to do is fashion that into a miniature gingerbread house and put all the little bits inside that I need to do for the hot chocolate to give them as a gift. So that's definitely on my list. This is one of my friend's absolute favourites, the cat-shaped card. Now, this isn't probably one that I'm going to be running to all the time, because I'm more of a dog person, and hey, everybody has their own ideas on what animal they like, and that's absolutely fine. You could probably even actually adapt it just by making the ear a bit longer, or perhaps cutting that ear off and putting an ear that flaps down. You could quite possibly make it into a dog card as well. So the good thing about these templates is that it's not just you have to go with what the template actually is. You can go in and adjust things and make it into your own idea as well. So that's a really good idea that I hadn't thought of beforehand, so I'm glad I thought of that. That was number 12. And number 13, we have the square-based gift bag. Now, these are really good for like just chucking a cup of... Get yourself a big old bag of chocolate, split it down between 3 friends, chuck them in that and give it them as a Christmas present. Sorted. And you can make that from lovely different versions of cardstock. You can put your flowers on there. I was thinking of perhaps doing some flower forming foam. Glad I managed to say that in one sentence without making a mockery of it. And doing that for maybe a bag as well. So it's something that I haven't done before, and you guys can join in and laugh with me at trying to do it. Thank you very much for saying that it's an amazing life, and I'm glad that you're here too. It's nice to see you. And for number 14, we've got the lovely Christmas cracker. Now, I mean, I don't know, should you just be doing crackers for Christmas? I'm thinking that maybe we could be using the cracker for Easter. If we really wanted to, we could make a little Easter cracker, and then you pull your cracker and you get some like mini eggs or something. Or I don't know if you've seen those, what are they called? Galaxy eggs. They do the tiny little eggs that are wrapped in the foil, don't they? You could do that as a lovely little Easter gift for somebody. I think that's an absolute fabulous idea, definitely. Not just for Christmas. The versatility of these things is just absolutely, oh, it's just fantastic. All of the things that you think you can do with all of this, and then so much more on top of it, is just brilliant. So that was number 14. Number 15 is a circular easel card. Again, I absolutely love an easel card, and I love making them. So that might be. So at the moment, I am kind of torn between the cracker and the flip card. Let's have a look at the stencils before I make a decision, shall we, guys? Pulling a cracker is always fun. Well, yes, I do have to agree, it is very much fun. So in this big folder, we have all of the templates that make up what we can be doing. So let's have a look. We've got the waterfall there. We've got the hexagon petal card, the split gatefold, the no glue pyramid, the multi-flip. See, that is really good, but that's only small. You could put 2 or 3 of those on one card, actually, couldn't you? And make like a big thing out of it. That would be cool. That's quite a nice idea. The pop-up box card just here, which is really nice as well. I do like that one, and it's really simple to follow. The butterfly shaped card, which is quite nice. I'm just going to go ahead and call the... Hi Trey, hi Mum. It's lovely to see. I almost called you Trish then. Hi Mum, it's lovely to see you. This heart cone box, I'm just going to call this the magical thing from Death Becomes Her. That's it. That's the end of it. The mini hexagon easel card, the lovely house box gift card, the cat shaped, which you could make into a dog if you want to, the square based gift, try saying that when you're drunk, and you know what, I'm actually going to do the cracker. So see how easily there I just took that out. Absolutely fabulous, absolutely easy, no problems at all whatsoever. So I'm just going to pop that up there, and I'm going to grab myself out a nice piece of my multi-purpose Crafter's Companion card. Once I've just quickly cleared away some of this mess, so I can get into my drawer, because I got far too excited at ripping all the packages apart, which is fairly standard for me. I've got nothing against community standards again, but posting funny about crackers methinks it might mean something else. Well, you know, in this case, Christine, we are talking about a cracker as a Christmas cracker, not in any other form of nature. You absolutely naughty girl. How could you say such a thing? And on this, my second live, absolutely naughty. So what I've just done there, I'm just going to put a little bit of extra tape on the card here as well, because I don't want the card moving. Normally I just line it up with the stencil and stick them both down, but it doesn't seem as though I'm going to have enough room for that on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some tape on the stencil over here, and just a little bit down the side here to help it hold down whilst I do this. So what I'm going to use for this is my Threaders heat activated pen. Now these things are absolutely amazing for when you're using the template library, because obviously it's a pen, you're going to be able to see it, and it makes it a lot easier to see as you're colouring, as you're marking around and doing all your lines. Now if I just quickly have a look in here and see if I can find... Oh, that one's too big. Where's the other one's gone? Oh, that one will do. And find one of my score tools. So what I like to do with these is, obviously where it's a cut line, I will draw around with the pen. And if it's a score line, I like to pre-score it a little bit with one of my little ball tools, and just go in and just go across like that. And then when I'm done completely, I'll run it through on my big scoreboard. So I'm just going to start drawing around the outline of this, and then when we cut it out, you'll get to see the great part where I use my heat tool and make the pen completely disappear, which is absolutely brilliant, because then there's nothing left on your project at the end of it, which I find to be great. The only thing I've done now, though, is I'm going to make myself look either really good or really stupid live by cutting out all these diamonds. So if anyone has any suggestions on how to cut those diamonds out without making myself look like a fool, I am all ears. Right. So I'm just going to draw in those because I know I'm going to be I have to cut them. So I'm going to draw them in. Now I don't have any of the fire bits, well, the firecracker parts. So this is going to be a display only piece, which I might actually just use as a decoration on my Christmas tree, which would be really nice when I eventually put it up. So I'm just going to carry on drawing around these diamonds quickly, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in all those score lines using that little ball tool, just so that I know where they are. And I don't really, I find it easier so that I don't confuse myself. Because if I draw all the lines in pen, I don't know about any of you guys, but sometimes I am a very, very special individual and I get confused, and then I think I've got to cut everything that has got a pen line on it, and I end up with half a project in the bin, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? So it's just more for my sanity than anything that I do this. And plus then you get it. Once I move the stencil away, you'll see it does actually give it a fairly good line anyway. But I do just like to go in there and give it a good push through so that I can see the line. You don't necessarily have to do every single one. You could just do one or two at each end. I'm doing all of them because I like to make sure I line it all up properly by eye. God, saying by eye, I think I've been hanging around with Michelle McCarthy for too long. Or maybe if I start saying CAD, because I do love CAD. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, we got a little bit that didn't come out in the manufacturing process. Oh well, that doesn't matter. It's gone now. Just make sure that that line's gone there. All across there. And also, oh, there's that glue line, isn't there? The glue here line. I'll have to figure out a way of making that be on the actual project itself. What? There's a score line that runs all the way the middle of the diamonds. Fold that first, then you only need to cut a wedge rather. Ah, there you go. Wow. She is not the queen of 3D crafts for no reason. That woman is intelligent. She knows what she's doing. I clearly blooming don't, because I wouldn't have thought of doing that in a month for Sundays. Wow, what an idiot I am. Never mind, guys. Right, so what we've got right now, once I move that template to the side, is our lovely actual template out on the card. Now, it doesn't matter if there's a little bit on the outside that comes away, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's just an outside part. We don't need to worry too much about it. And I don't know if you can see it in the light just there, but you can, I'm pretty sure you can see where I've put that score. So then I do know that I have to score it. Which is what I'm going to do now. And what I've done on my scoreboard is right down the middle line I've put a black line. Now I'm sure if you've watched Crafter's Companion a few times, you're going to know what's going on there. It is just basically so that you can always take whatever thing that you're trying to line up and score, and you've got a solid line to be able to see where you're going with it. So I can tell that's going to go straight through and down there. But what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to get my guillotine out and cut it to size before I do that. I just wanted to explain my scoreboard quickly as well, because it's a good idea just to have that done anyway. And if you've got a guillotine like mine as well, you can always score it directly on the guillotine. So what I'm just going to do now is, out the way, Mr. Scoreboard, put you up there for a moment. I'm just going to line it all up and just trim it all down to what it should be. And because I'm great at making things straight, haha. I mean, look at how awesomely that cuts as well. I mean, it's like a it's just like a tiny little hair. Look at that. It cuts so well. It's brilliant. Right, I'm just going to make sure I've lined that up correctly because I don't want to overcut on any of my lines. That would be the worst thing ever, wouldn't it? There we go. So I'm just going to line that back up again here on this side. And it's a good job I've got the glasses on. Right, so there we go. I'm just going to line that one back up as well and chop that little bit off there. Then we're going to go in and do our scoring. Just put that down there. I'm going to bring back in good old scoreboard. And quite luckily, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I can see the line that I was meant to do. So, and I've just lined it up there with the black line on my scoreboard, and I'm literally just scoring the line, which is a lot of fun. And there we go. So you can see there that I've actually managed to make it happen in a straight line and even on both sides. And it just makes it so much easier having that black line down the middle of your scoreboard to help you do that. So there we go. I'm just going to flip that over and do the same on the other side. Once I've got it all nicely lined up. And there we go. All sorted. Let's pop that down then. I'm going to bring in my scissors. And I'm just going to trim out these half diamonds here. The look of concentration. I do apologise as well, guys, because sometimes when I do concentrate, my tongue pokes out. So there is every possibility you will see me with my tongue poking out whilst I'm doing this. I'm trying to be conscious of it, but then if I'm too conscious, I absolutely think it all just goes wrong, and then I'm sat here going. So I'm trying consciously not to do it. There we go. A nice little cut there. And a nice little cut there. The levels of concentration, people. The levels. And then what I'm going to do, because that is just a little bit over the line I've left there, just going to chop that off by hand. And I'm going to get my cutting mat because I'm feeling brave, you see. I know Michelle gave me a really good idea earlier on what to do, but I'm feeling really brave. And I'm going to use my lovely knife to cut the diamonds out with. So hopefully, he says, it should all go to plan. So I am going to have to concentrate on this just a little bit. So I'm sorry if I go quiet, and if the tongue pokes out, and if... So let's just make sure that's cut all the way through. Getting into the groove. Pretty sure that's cut through this time. And then if we do that, this is quite stiff card I'm using. If I was using paper, it would be going a lot easier and a lot quicker. So it is something that is a little bit of a thing. But I'm just I know I've used a little bit of tape there just to secure it down so it doesn't move whilst I'm doing it. But I am gonna move it a little bit more towards me until I can't move it towards me anymore. And then I'm just going to flip it around and continue. Oh dear. Hopefully that doesn't cause too much damage. But I am using quite thick card to do this. Like I said, if you're using paper, you won't need to put as much effort into it as I'm doing. But I do sometimes like to go a bit overboard with some of the things that I do. I don't know why. It's just a me thing. So here we go. I'm just going to carry on with that. This isn't the most fun part, I know, so... And also the fact that I am having to concentrate on it quite hard. It is really exciting actually, because it's nice seeing it coming together. And I never used to have this much control over my blade actually, so it's really good to see that I'm improving with my cutting skills. So woohoo! It is an absolute woohoo! Don't know if I'm going to sing today or not, so keep yourselves braced for that. That might happen yet. Here we go, out comes another diamond. Actually quite fun, because this morning for the first 2 hours I was in an area where I don't normally work, which was a lot of fun. We were stood round pretending that we were from Bristol, which is, well, it's not okay, but it was okay because they were taking the mick out of my accent, because sometimes I do sound like I'm from Bristol. It is the curse of having lived up the road from Bristol for a very long time, where I used to live, so I would be in front of that accent quite a bit. So whilst they were all taking the mick out of me, a vehicle came in that I had to do a search on. And I went back into the main building and I was like, and I just literally went, "All right, my darlings, it's all right. The vehicle's been searched. She can go into the main establishment now. Are you going to let her in, please?" To which we had, at the same time, an officer that actually is from Bristol come into the gatehouse. And he was like, "My babber!" That was quite funny. We had a good time this morning. And then there was, of course, all the fun at the RPE training where I was taking the mick out of my ginger friend. So aren't you lucky here? Getting all of my wonderful analogy, all of my wonderful things that are happening this morning. Oh dearie, what happened to me this morning at work even, I should say. I don't know if is that one gonna... Yeah, it's just gonna pop out, isn't it? Huzzah! Wow, this is actually going quite well. I wasn't expecting it to be going this well. I know they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I will be able to make those lines disappear in just a moment when I've... when I go over them with the heat gun. And I really do want to show you guys that, so I'm gonna quickly do this last one, and then on this side I'm gonna use the heat gun to get rid of the blue. Oh, little quick recovery there. Just a little quick recovery, not too shabby. There we go. So I know you guys, just to warn you, this is going to be quite the noise. So I've got my heat tool just here. And watch this, I'm going to literally make all those blue marks. I mean, how cool is that? Just how cool is that? You just run your heat tool over it and all those lines just disappear like they weren't even there. They were never there. It really is the best thing. And it's the most funnest thing too. So I'm just going to run this down to the next area, roughly. Getting rid of those blue lines. What's happened there? Turn that off. Oh, I believe we've got a little bit of tape that stuck itself to the card stock. There we go, get rid of that. You don't want that going at full pelt, that's for sure. Right, here we go. And there you go, you can tell the difference there between the one side and the other. So that side I've literally cut out all those lovely diamond shapes, ready for it to be made into the quacker. And just down here we still have the lovely blue line, well, all of the blue lines that I still need to cut. And that is the joys of the that is the joys of the threaders pen, people. This is actually really relaxing. I wasn't expecting it to be this relaxing. I thought it might be a bit more difficult. There we go. And take that part out. Just move that out of the way. There we go. Now I think I might just cut this template out. And then just make it up as a quick demonstration one. And maybe a bit further on down the line we can do a make along with them. Because I did just want to do a quick, just a little quick demonstration. I don't want to eat into overlapping with Crafter's Companion, because I know that everybody would like to go watch the show. If you're feeling really fancy, you could actually just move your mat around and make that happen. Wow, that's really quite cool. I'm really enjoying this. Hi Stephanie, thank you so much for joining in. It's lovely to see you, my darling. I have had an idea for another spray booth, but I'm intending on giving it as a gift to somebody, and it is quite possible that they may watch the live, so I don't want them to see. So it is going to have to be something that I make without obviously being live. And then what I will... Oh no, you don't have to worry about being late, my lovely. I'm just grateful you're here. Hello Marlene, thank you for joining. It's lovely to see you. I'm glad you found into the group. Like I was just saying, I do have another spray booth to make, but as it's a gift, I don't want to do it live. But you guys will see pictures after the after it's been delivered to the person that it's intended for. So when I get off of the live, I will be going to make another spray booth. And I know a lot of you have been actually updating me with pictures of the ones that you've been making. And I can't tell you how much it actually warms my heart to see what you guys are making and how you're making it just based off of the video. I mean, the responses I've had has been absolutely amazing. I've had several people message me directly saying, thank you so much for doing the video. You really helped me. You're so clear with your instructions. And it was just really such a lovely experience getting all of that being said to me. So I think it is most certainly something I want to keep up on doing. Just so you know that the Santa Sleigh is a creator card die that comes from Crafter's Companion. I'm not sure if it's still on special offer, but they did have it on special offer just a few days ago. You're very sharp with that blade. They scare me a bit. Yeah, well, they can be a little bit scary, but the only thing is as long as you are concentrating, and to be dreadfully honest, I think I've had worse things waved at me than one of these. So I think it's just a case of I'm just comfortable with it. The more you use it, the more comfortable you become with, just the same with all things really that you use in crafting, you know, like all your tools. The more you use, the more comfortable you become. So I've got one more diamond left to chop out of here. And you know what? That wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be either, because I thought I was going to have a right rigmarole with them doing them this way. I was going to do what as Michelle suggested and folded them in half and then just did a snip, but I just really thought, you know what, I'm going to get the blade out, I'm going to give it a go, because I've not used the blade in absolutely ages. So there we go, we have one mess which I'm hiding to the side, and we have one finished cracker template. And what I'm just going to do, the same as what I did on the other end, I'm just going to get my heat tool, because I've used that threader's pen. So to draw on it, I used my threader's pen. Just put that up there. And then just watch as the blue lines magically disappear, like they were never even there. And then if anyone says, oh, you didn't... then nobody can say to you, you didn't do any of it intentionally. How's that? Right. Absolutely fantastic. Wonderful. I am loving it. Right, so... I don't know if any of you guys know or not, but I am an ink smusher. I absolutely love making a ginormous mess with inks. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a lovely bit. Now, I know these aren't necessarily Crafter's Companion colours because I do have an unhealthy obsession with Tim Holtz's ink pads. So I do have every single oxide that he's released, which is very similar to the duets that are from Crafter's Companion. So you may get colours that are similar to these in Crafter's colours. But I really did just want to try this because I love making a mess with my inks. So, first things first, you can see there, I'm just taking I'm using a lumberjack plaid. And I've just put it straight down on my mat. I'm giving that a spray, just to activate it and push it around a bit. Computer office light on. There we go, you'll be able to see it a little bit better and hopefully me as well. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to smush, smush, and smush all over my card to make a really cool effect. And I never thought of using the heat gun. I thought you needed an iron. No, not for the threader's pen. You can use any form of heat source that will basically remove the ink. Right. So I've done that lovely bit of smushing there. I'm going to clean. Normally I do put my excess ink onto something else, but today I'm feeling as though I just want to clean and move on to what I'm doing next. So what I'm going to do is just run I'm just going to dry out all of the areas where it's not noticeably dry before I put down my next lot of ink onto the... Just get this done really quickly. Right, so that should be our red dry. Behave. Naughty. And now I'm just going to pop that to the side for a moment whilst I smush down some of my green ink. Oh my gosh, that is very green. Very, very green indeed. Very, very, very green. As you can see there, I've just put enough water on there to activate it. And I'm going to do the exact same as what I did with the red. So I'm just going to smush it onto the card. And hopefully, he says, it should give us a lovely effect. And again, normally, like I say, I would have put that ink onto another piece of card to have used another time. But I'm not wanting to go running through all of that today. There we go. I was hoping that red was going to be a bit stronger than what it was, but it's not a problem. Because what I am going to do is, because we all know that I love a sparkle, and I am shaky to wakey, somewhere that can be seen. And I'm just going to lay some of the gold sparkle down onto my mat. And because I don't want it to be such an intense colour, I'm just going to spray a little bit over with my water, and then I'm just going to lay that straight into it. And I absolutely love this effect that it should give it once it all pulls up onto it. Oh my gosh, that is looking lovely. Right, carry on doing that then. I was expecting that to be a bit more of a lustrous gold. That's why I sprayed some water down, but it's not as lustrous as I thought it was going to be. So, or maybe it was that lustrous, and because I put the water down, it gave me the effect that I wanted. So I don't know if you can see or not, but you should be able to see the little gold shimmer that it's put across all of that with there. I'm hoping we can see that. What time is it where you are? Trying to figure out US time difference. It is currently 10 to 3 in the afternoon. So there we go. You should be able to see it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see all the lovely gold sparkle there. And now what I'm going to do, that I've done that, I'm just going to refer myself back to the recipe card for the quacker. And we're going to see how we do it. So use the school board, fold and burnish all the school lines. That would be handy, wouldn't it? So and I know it does look a little bit of a mess right now, but I can promise you as soon as it's done, it will look really, really cool. Or at least I think it will anyway. I absolutely love mucky crafts like this. Getting mucky is a lot of fun. And there we go. So I'm guessing. Then roll up the cracker. Roll up the cracker that way. Well, we all make a little, and there we go. Right, okay, so then just put glue along there and stick it down, I suppose. Not a problem. Right, I'm going to use some of my construction glue because I'm that kind of guy. Again, I also like that it gives you the wiggle time to make sure you've got everything in place and where you want it to be. There we go. Just going to wait for that to grab hold. I'm going to use my burnisher just to push that down and give it a little whap. Not so sure why that hasn't taken. I do need some paper clips. I do have some paper clips actually. I don't know why I didn't get them out. My laziness means I didn't want to get paper clips out. And then all I'm going to do is just give those a little push in. Wow, how cool is that? So, before I push them in fully, I'm just going to get myself some red ribbon, because I've got some lovely red ribbon just here. Now, I'm not very good. I'm not very good at tying ribbon. So, we're just going to make a complete guesstimation at how much ribbon it's going to take and all of that. So I'm probably going to say it's going to need to be there for the one side and do the same for the other side. Now, I don't have any snaps for these, or otherwise I would have put snaps in. And don't forget to only do the one side, or otherwise, but before you actually... Just going to put a little bit of glue on there because I don't want it to look too out of place. Going to use that to stick it to the ribbon that I've placed down already. Because I didn't use enough ribbon to make a bow, I'm just going to make it look like it should be there and tight and nice and pretty like. So just put a little blob of glue on there and use my bone folder just to push it down and hold it down whilst and it would be at this point that you actually put whatever you want in there, which you would normally put your snap through, your little hat, your gifts, your little joke, whatever you're going to put in there. But as this is only for a little demonstration, I'm just going to tie it off. And on this side, I think I've actually cut enough for me to... I'm not going to get a bow. I'm not going to get a bow out of it. I don't think that's not going to happen. Best laid plans and all that jazz, he says. I should have cut the ribbon a little bit longer, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. And there we go. We've got a lovely cracker, and we've also got these few bits here as well on the template that we can use to make a nice little sentiment or what have you to go on it. And that is a lovely little Christmas cracker, and I think was actually really lovely. If you have a look at the sparkle on there as well, this is kind of like my style of Christmas, which is like a lovely mucky inky type of thing. So it was only meant to be a quick one today, guys, because I just wanted to you know, just have a little quick catch up with everybody, open the parcels, maybe do a little make, which I've done a little tiny one. I can add a few embellishments to it and pop a picture up on the group if you guys would like to see that. It's something that I'm more than happy to do if you'd like that. If not, then I shall pop it to the side, and the next pictures you guys will see will be of me delivering the next spray booth that I have to make and deliver. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this little video of making this really nice, well, I think is a nice, lovely little cracker from the Orange Template Library. If you would like to see me make any more from other template libraries, please do let me know. I'm happy to go live and make them. But for now, I think that is going to be an afternoon for me. I will be active in the group in the meantime. However, my next live will be on the 24th with the lovely sleigh, which we'll be making from the sleigh creator card from Crafter's Companion. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, and if I do get any more parcels in the meantime whilst I'm off, I will do another parcel unboxing and a little make with whatever I get in those. So for this afternoon, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me. I hope the rest of you guys, wherever you are in the world, enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful, fantastic day, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.